When we talk about oral communication, we're going all the way back and saying every human bears the image of God, which means we reflect the character of God. There is something in us that reflects who He is. God's an oral communicator. Why does orality matter to everyone today? Because God's an oral communicator.
Orality seems to connect better and be integrated with this idea of doing life together. There's a more free flow structure. It's almost like orality encourages this dialogue that really listens to the other person and is aware of what they bring to the table in terms of culture, in terms of their own experience, in terms of their own traumas even. And so talking it out is a great phrase in terms of orality and being equipped to listen and to talk it out and just to really pick up on those cues.
God is using orality currently. There's places where you can't take the scriptures in. And because of that, you're going to be searched by immigration when you cross certain country lines. And so missionaries, regular people are excited now that they have the Bible in their heart, not in their bag, so that one can be taken away. This one can't be taken away. So it's already empowering a lot of people that they can walk into a country, walk into any situation with the Bible inside down. Not going to be removed.
You can have chanting, drums. You have dance and drama and pantomime. The whole field of orality, I think, fits with many, many cultures, and particularly in the majority world, where probably 70% of our world are, I'd say, preferred oral learners.
Orality, a lot of times, there is an element of mystery. It's interpersonal. We like texts. Texts feel very safe. If I'm reading a text, I'm not going to go off script. So there's something about that. There's a certain element of risk involved in interpersonal communication. And yet, there's something about the connection that happens in interpersonal communication when you and I are sitting together, and it's like there's a chance to kind of open up and share. There's a connection that's possible between people in an oral engagement that isn't necessarily possible in the same way, or tends to not be possible in the same way when it's me engaging with a text.
About 80% of the world's peoples prefer more oral communication methods. That statistic actually was from 2012, so over 10 years ago. Since then, we've gone through a global pandemic, so probably the percentage is higher than that. So probably over 2/3 now. The gap comes when you look at how 95% plus of our ministers around the world are trained using highly literate means. So then we're actually talking past one another with the people that we're trying to minister to.
I've seen really positive results over the last, say, 20 years in putting on numerous workshops and seeing kind of the lights go on in people's minds because they finally connected with something that fits their learning style. What you want to do is you've got a teaching style and a learning style, and you'd like to mesh those together. And I think in the past I was missing that connection, and the orality was kind of at least one key to really connect that.
So it really is, it's a matter of how does that society communicate? And adapting what we do to their way of learning makes it a win-win for them because they feel empowered when they receive information in a way that they normally receive it, and then they can turn around and teach others. Rather than having to rely on teachers to come and do things, once they receive it in a way that they can repeat it and reproduce it, they just do. We never have to tell them, now, go tell a story. They already did.
My understanding or my reading of the gospel is that there was urgency in everything Jesus did, but he was not rushed. And I think when a literate culture, especially, post-industrial revolution and into the digital age, we have a tendency to want to see results right away. Orality is a purposeful slowing down. Not that we're not urgent about it, but there is a addressing the whole being and really seeing the person.
At different points along the journey of the church, we have had texts to preserve what's going on. Thank goodness. So anybody on orality, none of us are anti-text. But we're just trying to say there's more to our engagement and our understanding of Christianity and of Jesus than just text.
Who is orality for? There's aspects of it that are for everybody. And that's part of the beauty of it.